Good evening, everybody. This is Robert Mason, Fezzik Jr., and we are playing Lumber Tycoon 2. Now, before we get started, I know you're not seeing any video yet. I did make some changes with how I'm recording things and how I'm putting some things together with some OBS stuff. So let me know what you think on how it works. Thanks.
Perfect.
Alright, so we're going to play some Lumber Tycoon 2 on Roblox. Tonight I don't really have any big plans or anything. I did want to show you guys how my main mill works with everything, with the well, basically how it's designed so that it can turn logs into lumber as quickly as it possibly can. So I think I'm all set up, so we'll go ahead and find a nice large tree around here somewhere. Actually, you know what? Let's go get some pine logs. I think I've got some dynamite right around. There we go. Let's go get some pine or whatever over in the frozen area. That usually works pretty good. Alright. So we'll be going over there and getting some pine, and then we'll throw it through the mill and let you see how it works. So the whole design premise behind it, I guess, is that it works without the well, mostly works without the need for anybody to do whitelist. So you know, people can come by, just drop off, donate wood, and I can still kind of process it through without as much need for them to give me whitelist. And if they want to use my mill to process wood into lumber, they can do so also without the need for whitelist. So I've got certain things that are activated with pressure plates and so on that help everything move along down the line, down the conveyor belts, and get into the sawmill and everything. So that's what it's designed for. I try to avoid giving people whitelist as much as I can if it's anybody that I don't know, just because, well, for those of you that play the game, you know that whitelist people can steal from you, and so you really want to give it to somebody that you trust or that you know. You don't want to just kind of randomly give it to anybody, because they can steal, and some people do, unfortunately. So it's just the nature of the game, and how some people just prefer to play, I guess. You know, I don't know if maybe it's just their lifestyle, or their they just think it's funny, or whatever it is, but either way, it's kind of saddening when it happens. So I've had it happen a few times to me before, and I decided, you know, I'm really going to avoid that at all costs, and so I designed my sawmill in such a way that it's not needed. And it usually does a pretty good job of just turning logs into lumber anyway. So let's get these guys all chopped off here. I think that's it. Alright, and then I like to cut them about in half or so. Oh, come on, don't give me a hard time. There we go. Alright, I'll lower the tailgate here. Come over and pick this piece up. So when I'm working with these long pine logs, I like to put the heavy end towards the cab of the truck. And I'll just trim off all the little pieces like you saw there. Oh, need to go a little bit further. There we go. And then we'll raise that. That should lift them right up. I think we'll get one more. No, this is good. This is good. This is just to kind of show you how it works. So we'll just go take these guys over there. I guess I should have, or could have, put my base right there. That's alright though. I'm just used to putting it over here in slot 1 for all the gold bridge stuff. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry. Alright. Okay, so likewise, heavy end goes in first in the sawmill itself. I mean, in the just the whole intake, I guess, of everything. Alright, lift it up a little bit, and off she goes. That should clear. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Get out of there. There it goes. Okay. I'll show you what all's going on in there here in a minute. Whoop. Whoop. Quit it. Quit it. Alright, so the fact that that sawmill, or the chop saws have stopped, that's actually a good thing, usually. I wished I'd kind of heard them come back on again. That means something's kind of lagging out or caught or something. Alright, get over there. There we go. There it goes. Whoops. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Well, it's still cutting, so... Alright, so basically what happens is it gets caught in here. So it goes up the ramp here. This top piece will kind of help push pieces down in. It'll get kind of trapped in this box, and then I'll kind of zoom out a little bit. It's kind of loud. And then, oh, it's kind of stuck there somehow. There we go. Anyway, it'll come out. Once it gets to a certain length, it hits that pressure plate, which then activates the chop saws, which will then cut through the log, and hopefully that section of log will fall down just like that. Now see here, they've gotten kind of caught, right? This is where the whole no whitelist thing comes into play, so they just come over here and stand on that. And see, it just sucks it right in. Doesn't work 100%, but works fairly well. Usually you can just knock that back and it'll come back up, see? And this one's here already lined up with it, see? I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, there it is right in there. See, that's where they're together. Lined up to each other. Whoa! That was kind of interesting. Let's see if it'll fix it now. Maybe not. Come on, don't give me a hard time. Just go in there. Alright, anyway, so they go through the sawmill over there. Oh, come on. Anyway, they go through the sawmill, come out here, and apparently get caught. Oh, that's right. I had to stop some stuff the other day. Let's try again. That should work. There we go. That actually works too. There's some lava wood out there that's, you know, even too big for the mills. And you got to kind of chop it down pretty good to even get it to fit in. But if you can get it wedged in there, in that gap right there, then the that hatch should shove it down in there. So that part actually there I did design initially when I was dealing with lava wood, because it was taking for I didn't have a fire axe, so it was taking forever to chop it with just a silver axe, and having to cut it down a whole bunch just to get it to fit in there because it was so big. So I came up with that, and works pretty good. I had it as a button or a switch or whatever at first, kind of like this right here. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Kind of like this right here, but I did want to make this part over here, you know, where you didn't need the whitelist, so that other people can operate it. And this one here, you rarely need to toggle unless you're putting small pieces through, and then usually it's the only time you have to toggle it. Oh, we just got stuck. Anyway, why does this thing give me such a hard time? A little bit of a mess. I should probably pick this up. Well, that's not another time though. That's okay. Throw that guy in there. And then let's go ahead and back this up a little bit, just to kind of get it all out of the way. Probably get a few more pieces in there. Eventually, I would like to get a like a central control tower up here that's, you know, got some stuff on switches and buttons and pressure plates and whatever. Well, maybe not pressure plates. Maybe I won't do that. But anyway, and just kind of have like a almost like a crow's nest tower up, kind of straight up over my head, up in the air, with wires all leading to it that would control all these same things that you can control with the pressure plates, doors and whatnot, all from one spot, and be able to see, you know, all the way around. Maybe have it all kind of floors made out of glass or something. I'm not sure, but I figure that'd be pretty neat. There's some lag going on, or what is going on? Anyway, I'll move this guy up a little bit. Alright, oh, a couple pieces fell out. Alright, let's get the trailer lined up here. Oh, come on. Fine. Oh, get in there. Apologies for the sound there. It's a little too loud. Alright, let's see here. There we go. Woo! There it goes. Still not done yet? Come on. But anyway, it gets it into, you know, manageable chunks. I think I might end up extending this out a little bit, this pressure plate out further, so that I can get longer pieces in there. But for the most part, this works pretty good. I like it, at least. There it goes. And that should be it. Yep. Let's see if we got any more pieces that decided to get stuck in there or not. Oh, alright. Yeah, it usually does pretty good unless there's small pieces that are too small to be planked out or whatever. So if I've got this turned way up high and I could put like a tiny piece in there that would just come, you know, wouldn't be big enough to even turn into lumber or whatever, then those will get caught in there behind that little trapdoor, that hatch. Actually, I might change that. I was helping a friend of mine out here recently, and had a thought, trying it out there on his base, and it worked out pretty well. It's just a stretch of wire right about there, about 2/3 or so of the way up. Just a simple wire, just straight across, just like that. And you can affix it down on the inside, like about where the hatch is. So it's back there where it stops at the point, you know, it stops the larger logs at the point where it needs to, so that it can actually have a chance to turn it into lumber instead of, you know, lag or whatever, causing it to just go on through and still be a log when it comes out. But it also allows for those smaller pieces that are too small, you know, say for that, to pass through with, you know, without having to come over and open and close this. I don't have to open and close that for whenever I do a long plank, because whenever I do a long plank, of course, it's going to be wide and thin, you know, height-wise. I'll come over here and I'll open this guy, and then I'll go just straight out that way. So I might change that to a wire. That might end up working out better. But anyway, so we're all done here. We're going to go drop this stuff off. And oh, I dropped a piece. I dropped another piece. Butterfingers. I do like Butterfinger. Alright. There we go. Drop this off at the wood drop off. And pine actually sells for a decent amount. It's not as good as, you know, ice wood or golden wood or lava wood or any of that kind of stuff, but it is a little bit better than the elm or whatever these big trees are that we have here in the main biome, like that right there. Sells better than cherry, I think, but you certainly get a lot of units of wood out of it, so that helps too. Here, I'll just do this. Throw that in there. So I'm at 270 basically. There were a couple pieces of oak in here, but I don't think they're going to move the needle too much. I'll round down at the end. How about that? But decent way to make some money without having to work, without having to go too far to get it, or you know, fight with lava or any of that kind of stuff. And it's pretty good building materials. Whoa, that's weird. Get over here. Oh, it rolled. Uh-huh. Alright, there we go. Let's try that again. Alrighty. Come on, turn the wheels, go. There we go. Anyway, it's a decent return on investment as far as time is concerned, especially if you've got, you know, a big truck and everything to offload this stuff in. There we go. Now it used to work that you didn't even have to keep the truck in reverse or whatever. They would just go. Now they'll go a little bit, but then they stop. It's like they get lagged or something, and you can go out there and just touch one of the pieces, and it'll continue along, you know, down to the conveyor belt. But it only moves for a short period, and then it stops. I don't know why it's been like that for quite a while. But when I first started, you could take your truck and you could back up right here, and then lower the tailgate, and then just sit over here and just watch it all just roll in. It was great. And then, you know, jump in the back if you needed to move a piece that was stuck or whatever. But it still works pretty well backing up. It actually goes in faster doing that way. It was just before you didn't have to be in there. You could, you know, be off to the side or in the actual bed or whatever, moving stuff along. But that's alright. Alright, so we'll put that truck back over there. So I was at 270 basically, so $5 grand. So decent money, more than what I'm getting off of the elm trees. I believe it's more than what I'm getting off the cherry trees, and not that hard to work with, just big, and that's okay. So let's see, we are at 22 minutes, so that's probably plenty enough. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so that you'll get the notifications when I post videos. Have a great night. Bye.